Good morning. It is 5:03 and I am packed. I have a pack on. I'm ready to walk. Sky is still completely dark. The moon is full and bright, and I think I've got at least a 6-mile road walk still. So I'm ready to get it going towards town. So let's get walking. I assume that's Payson. A lot of city lights. And there's the moon. All right, now that you can see me in it's daylight, this has been an absolutely amazing sunrise hike. Making really good time on this road, even though it's a little rough. It's about 10 till 6, and means I've been hiking about 46 minutes, and I'm 2.2 in for the day. I think I only have like 14.1 to the junction where I'll get off trail to go to a trailhead. So all things looking good on my timing so far today. As I suspected, this road was not trafficked like the one I was on first yesterday. There was no vehicle traffic at all last night. Very quiet campsite. So far, it has just been an absolutely beautiful morning. I mean, look at this. It is just glorious. I have not seen any other people yet this morning. So I am having a good bit of pain in my forefeet, like the balls of my feet. It's not real bad yet this morning, but this morning they didn't feel nearly as recovered as they do a lot of mornings from sleep. And I do have a good bit of down towards the end of my day today, and downs are what really hurt them. So I should get to town. If I can get a quick hitch and everything goes good, maybe 1-ish this afternoon, which would be really nice. That could give me time to get into the super Walmart, get my resupply, and get some stuff for the room. And then hopefully I can spend a good bit of the day resting, maybe even put some ice on my feet. I think that would do me some real good before this last stretch before Pine. You know, it's always one of those things where you're like, man, my feet really need a zero. My body feels strong, my feet need a zero, but I'm zeroing in Pine, and I got a good bit of miles to still get there. So it just is what it is. So I've talked a good bit about water intake at different times, but you know, I've been trying to keep track a little bit of how much I'm drinking. And like the other day I had almost 7 liters. I think I drank almost 8 liters yesterday. And with that kind of intake, I'm not peeing a whole lot. I mean, it's just the air is so dry. You lose a lot in just breathing. It's like, especially you're huffing and puffing, you're open mouth breathing, climbing these steep hills, and the air is just so dry, it just like makes your mouth like cotton mouth real quick. Even though I drank so much yesterday, I woke up at like 3 in the morning, just like parched, chugging water. So I have less than a liter now, but there's water on this road in a little bit, so I have enough, especially with it's a little bit cooler in the morning. This is one of the nicest, like fanciest water troughs we've seen. It's a little bit yellowish green. Filter's clear though. There were actually 2 guys camped right up here. They were packing up when I got here. I'm gonna sit here and take a break for a minute. My feet are starting to hurt. I did get a motel room back there when I had cell signal, and it was way more expensive than it was when I looked the other night. But I called the front desk, and the price they gave me was $30 more expensive than I was able to get on the app. So at least I got that. But anyway, now all there is to do is get this water and do another whatever it is, 8 or 9 miles or so, and find a way to get to town. Between last night and this morning, it was well over 10 miles on that dirt road. But we are back on trail now. Got some big views, and I got 7.8 miles of descending. It is 12 minutes after 10 a.m. I've got like 4.3 or something left to get to this trailhead junction. And I may be in for more of an adventure today than I anticipated. I was just looking at the different icons where the highway is and where the comments are from people how to get a hitch from this other trailhead. And I thought it said 3.2 miles to Payson on the highway. It says 32 miles to Payson. Maybe that's why not as many people go to Payson. Nonetheless, there are comments saying that people had no problems getting hitches. So let's just hope it works out and I'm not standing there for hours. It is 11:30 a.m. and it has been hot for a while. So here's the situation. I passed one other hiker 2 hours ago or so, and there was just some water back there. There were a couple, and then 2 guys that were camped by where I got water this morning. So I've passed 5 more today. So with what I've passed the last couple days, it's been about 20 people. Now where we're at is about a mile from the intersection for me to get off this trail and go towards the highway to try to hitch. Now I can see the highway off in the distance. It's a busy highway. There's a lot of cars, so that's a good thing. But it's a busy highway, and I can't tell from here, but it's probably like a 4-lane, and it's really hard to get a hitch off a 4-lane highway. But here's to hoping. Maybe I'm gonna get real lucky. I'm hoping to get there, stick my thumb out, and get one right away. My big wish is to beat a town by 1. And I can definitely do that if I get a hitch within the first 30 minutes. I am off the AZT and on this blue blaze, heading towards up on the highway. From what I think I'm going to, I could see from the trail, and it looks like a trailhead right next to, like right on the highway, with several cars there. So I'm really hoping that that's where this is taking me. Well, there's really not so many cars here. Looks like just a couple of vans, like van life vans, maybe one other car. So it looks like it is gonna be hitching on the highway. All right, I quickly got one ride and I got about halfway to Payson. I think I got 15 miles and I got another like 17 to go, or vice versa. This guy had to pull off here. He said if I'm still here when he comes back, he'll give me a ride the rest of the way. But now I gotta try again. Boom, 12:38, I'm in the middle of town. I had 2 hitches, both of them really quick, and they were going to the movies, and the movie was about to start, so I gotta walk the rest of the way. I think it's like a mile. But I'm gonna figure out where the grocery store is or stop and get something to eat on the way probably. All right, so that first hitch was a little interesting. I didn't fully understand that he wasn't taking me the whole way. And then I was a little apprehensive because when I got out halfway, I wasn't by a trail, and I was thinking there's no way people are going to be looking for hikers here on this highway. But sure enough, a lady and 2 kids picked me up, and I waited maybe a minute for the first hitch, and I don't even know if it was a minute for the second hitch. So everything worked out splendidly well. Alrighty, so When I came into town, I saw that Dairy Queen and I didn't go any further. I sat there for a bit. I ate just like the kids meal type thing, and then I had a big shake and a soda. I played on my phone, was in no hurry because I wasn't sure they were gonna let me check into the hotel too early anyway. I was walking out and talking to these three ladies that were in a Model T club, and they're like, "Where are you going? We'll take you to your hotel." So I had my third ride of the day down the last half mile of the hotel. They don't have my room ready yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to Walmart and do my resupply. Oh my gosh, there's a Chipotle right here. I'm gonna go do my resupply. That way once I get into the room at 3 o'clock, I may not have to leave again. I spent way too much time in Walmart. I got all my stuff right here. Now I'm walking back. One thing that was cool, I met another thru hiker in Walmart. I was on the phone with my mom and shopping, looking at the bars, and these two people walked by and the lady's like, "Thru hiker!" So I talked to her for a few minutes. She's thru hiking, taking double zero here. So it's getting close to 2:30. I'm really hopeful that they will give me my room when I get back there. I just walked in this room. It's 10 minutes till 3, so I'm in here with good time. Everything is good, but you cannot make this stuff up. So when I got here and the room wasn't ready, the lady at the counter was very nice, and I left my pack with her behind the counter. When I came back, there were 2 sheriff's deputies out front, and the lady who had my pack was in cuffs. So I go in there, and some other ladies walking around. I'm like, "Hey, can I get my pack?" Because I don't know what's going on. So I wanted my stuff. A replacement came in. They checked me in. Everything is good now. But come on, you can't make that up. This is my laundry get up right here. What do you think? You like my Mont Bell? Here's a hiker motel room. So I have my quilt all fluffed up. Here's some of the clothes I got out. Most of my clothes are still in the dryer. And then I had all my food spread out on the bed, but I just put it away in the bag right here. So far, I've got my head shaved. I got my laundry almost done. I got all my devices charged. I got my filter bag flushed. Pretty much have everything done other than YouTube. I'm working on uploading some videos right now. The Wi-Fi is just kind of slow. It is just now 20 after 5, so it's been very productive. My goal was to have dinner and everything done and be laying in this bed by 7 o'clock. And checkout is not till 11. I've not even considered how I'm getting back to the trail yet. I may just walk out on the street and put my thumb out, even though it's 32 miles. But I'm not even gonna think about that until later, way later. I'm gonna stay in this room until 11 a.m. and I'm gonna ask for a late checkout. I may stay here till noon. Okay, it's 7:40. I didn't make my timeline. I ended up sitting in this bed. I was working on YouTube videos. I'm still working on them. The upload's kind of slow. And I had a soda and ate some honey mustard pretzels, and then I just laid there for a while. I finally just walked over to Chipotle and brought back some food just to sit here and eat. I did see another hiker. I saw Stumbles over there. She said her and several others all came in town. They just got here a little bit ago. She said she called everywhere, couldn't find a room anywhere. She finally got one room. She said apparently there's some other stuff going on in town today. So lucky I got this room earlier. She said they didn't hitch. She got in on some kind of a shuttle that these people had already scheduled, and they paid $80 to get here. So I'm hoping it's an easy hitch tomorrow again. Hopefully I can keep my good luck going so I can not have to pay that kind of money to get back to trail. So I'm just going to eat and sit here in this bed. And I asked the guy about a late checkout at noon instead of 11. He said I'd have to ask in the morning. So I'll do that, but I'm definitely not leaving here till 11. So have a good night, everybody. I'm going to enjoy my Chipotle, and I'll see you all tomorrow.